Each January 9th around the world, we celebrate the birth of Venerable Patrick Peyton, the founder of Family Rosary and Family Theater, and a worldwide evangelist for Family Rosary Prayer. As Father Jim was saying during the prayer of the Rosary today, yesterday we concluded a novena of family prayer in thanksgiving to God for Father Peyton's life, to pray for his beatification and canonization, and to pray for all of you and your families. However, as you know, this year, January 9th, we celebrated the baptism of the Lord. But what makes our offering of a Mass of thanksgiving for Father Peyton today providential is that today, January 10th, is the date that Patrick Peyton was baptized and became a new creation, an adopted son of God. Within the span of 48 hours, Patrick Peyton had a natural birth and a supernatural birth that would set the course of his life, one that would lead countless souls to believe in the power of family prayer, especially the Rosary, and to unite them in God's love and strengthen the bonds of their families. The other day, Father Leo Pacelli, our chaplain, and I were talking about why people are interested in Father Peyton's life and why they turn to him and ask his intercession in their prayer needs. Father Leo rightly pointed out that when we talk about Father Peyton, we often begin with the big headlines. 28 million people attending his Rosary rallies, his impactful movies on the mysteries of the Rosary, the stars and the influential people that work with Father Peyton, and many other highlights. And for me, this leads to the question, how did a man from a little village in Ireland accomplish so much good in his life? In a sense, Father Peyton's story is a roadmap for all followers of Jesus. He received the sanctifying grace of God through his baptism and would always have the life of the Trinity at work in his soul. As he grew and received the sacraments of Holy Communion and confession and confirmation and eventually holy orders, he would also receive God's actual graces through the example of his parents' love for each other and their children. This love was rooted in their faith and united in their celebration of the Mass and, of course, the nightly family Rosary prayer. Father Peyton was open to and blessed by many inspirations and encouragements from God that came through people like his pastor in Scranton, Pennsylvania, his professor at Notre Dame, Father Hegarty, and countless people worldwide. And no doubt, he also received God's and our Blessed Mother's nudges and consolations during his daily prayer, which included a daily Mass, a holy hour, the Liturgy of the Hours, and countless rosaries. My brothers and sisters, in today's gospel, Jesus calls two sets of brothers to follow him. There's a parallel to God calling Patrick and his brother Tom to the priesthood in the Congregation of Holy Cross. But this call from Jesus is not limited to those first disciples or Patrick and Thomas Peyton. Rather, God is calling each of us to follow him each day within our own vocation. What we share in common with people like Father Peyton is a call to holiness, a life dedicated to God and our families. On this day, when we give thanks for the life of Venerable Patrick Peyton, we're reminded of what God can accomplish through our lives, the people who can be lifted up, the relationships with God and loved ones that can be healed and strengthened, if only we give our lives and faithfully follow him every day. May God bless you and your families this holy day, and Venerable Patrick Peyton, pray for us.